Shiesty Season by Pooh Shiesty. This is 17 songs, 49 minutes, and Pooh Shiesty is Lil Gucci Mane. And I say this not because he sounds literally like Lil Gucci Mane.
He's part of 1017,
yes,
right?
Yes. And so same record label has a song featuring Gucci Mane on it. So
why'd you make me listen to this?
It's because it's pure, clean, wholesome trap. And I thought
the intro is...
No. I'll be straight with you. One of the reasons I picked this album is because the album cover is just hilarious.
The album cover, yeah.
It reminds me of Ghetto Jimmy Neutron meets the PJs. It's so funny. I guess if I like, it kind of reminds me of the same style of animation of like a 6ix9ine cover, especially
that's what I thought of.
But I don't hate Pooh Shiesty yet, so I can enjoy this cover.
The intro is one of the worst trap things I've heard in a long time because it's just this is a normal trap beat, but all the rapping is literally like intertwining over each other, so it sounds like you're accidentally played 2 songs at the same time. You're trying to quit out of an app, and it's not letting you quit out, but you realize that's a song, that's intentional, and that should never happen again in trap ever.
Yeah,
please God.
It's a thing that happens a lot in a number of genres where, like, when you're mixing it, you'll layer the different takes over each other as verses, line by line, and it's a little bit disorienting for sure. But yeah, you get through the album more broadly. It's definitely just like pure, clean, wholesome trap. Like, it is what it is in that trap context.
Yeah.
I would say, using the 2020 as a level with a rough scale of 1 to 10, because I know we do arbitrary scales here, but 5 being Gunna as like the absolute like middle of the road, not great, not terrible. Would you rate this as better than Gunna or worse than Gunna? You'd have to commit. Because I would say this is definitely better than Gunna.
It's better than Gunna because at times it's like a 2, and at times it's like a 7.
And he has his voice and the way he pronounces, which is like not for everyone / very annoying. But he is also very lyrical and like smart.
And there's some stuff in there that's decent. Like even though I'm not a big fan of the Goose Man himself, Gucci Mane. Ugly is a decent trap song, and I actually like Gucci's part in it. I can listen to the song and be fine.
I just can't tell which part is Gucci's.
Exactly.
I mean, I actually kind of can, because I could tell the difference in like sound a little bit,
and
like only barely.
Yeah. And then A Box of Churches with 21 is actually a decent song too. There's a couple of songs in here where like I can listen to this and be fine, and then there's stuff on here where I get about 5 seconds in, I'm like, nope, can't do it.
I mean, yeah, to me, pure, clean, wholesome trap to me means it's a trap album mostly about gangbanging in the streets, barely even about like the future aspect of I'm a man whore who constantly puts his dick in like baby making situations while I can't like pay for it.
While I can't remember because I have so many Percocets.
Yeah, like there's that aspect, and this is just more like kill, 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 move on, kill, 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 move on, grand trap. It's also like a mixtape kind of thing, which is good because the album doesn't need to be cohesive with each other. That's already out the window, and like barely any trap albums are to begin with. And I can just pick the 3 or 4 songs out of here that I like and think are worth listening to, put them on a playlist, and move on with my life. And I can do that with this.
Exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Another good one. There's some production on here that really helped carry the lyricism that Pooh Shiesty has, because he has an interesting flow which is like almost off kilter half the time, but ends up actually working on his own beat, I guess. I would prefer it to be a little bit tighter, like maybe 21 Savage's rapping, but in Take a Life featuring Fujiano, it's a good mix of a nice sort of like fluty trap production, a simple, like not over glary, too much like hi-hat bullshit snare in the background. And it mostly sounds good. It's just like one of those things where like I'll pick some songs out of here, and most of it is just stuff that kind of sounds the same.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it is. Master P with Take Keith, the second to last song, is it feels like a caricature of itself of what bad trap, like someone who's trying to make traps puts into a trap song, because it has like the worst Fisher Price beat in the background.
Oh yeah,
which is like
the laying synth in the background.
Yeah, it is just bad.
Yeah,
it's pretty brutal.
It's funny because that's a Take Keith one. So he should have fucked it up, but he actually did fuck it up.
No, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's a nice effort. It's a nice outing.
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's out there. There are a couple songs on it that I think went hard. Arbitrary scale, I'm going to give this shorted stocks. What would you give it?
Nokia.
That would be mine too.
A Nokia, where you're like, you don't know too much about Nokia, right? So you don't know the tower aspect. You don't know the other things of infrastructure that Nokia.
Yeah, never mind the 5G. We're just talking about the trap phones.
Yeah, exactly. But those phones never break. So you short it, but then it never quite comes to fruition. But you're not going to lose that much money. So
yeah, eventually the 5G
will
win you over. Yeah,
eventually.